Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you didn't know, now you know. And as you can see, it is a Madame Glam nail set today. Madame Glam has so graciously sent over the March collection. There are 8 polishes. We're gonna have a little look-see at them and we're gonna do some nails. Thank you, Madame Glam, for sending this over. If you aren't familiar with Madame Glam, they are a high-quality, very popular gel polish brand, and I think they've done some updating to their formula because they are always vegan, cruelty-free, 21-free, and Hema Free, but now the bottles say TPO-free as well. I'm not super sure what TPO is. It's one of those ingredients, but apparently they're not using that anymore. So fun fact. So just like last month, I'm actually going to use the footage that I recorded for making shorts to do our swatches, since it's already including swatching and some photos. So let's have a look at those. So first we have this one, Bellini Rosé. It's a very, very light pink, almost white, but a little bit pink. So there's 4 mini sets, and one is cream, one is like pearlescent. And so we'll see the creams, we'll see the pearlescents, and then I also even took a photo with it in matte. We have Nude Negroni. This is another pink. It is the pearl that goes along with that Bellini Rosé that we just looked at. It's a very, very, very light pink, almost white, but this one's just a little bit fancier because it does have that pearlescent. I really like that they included multiple finishes in this collection. Cosmo Crush is a little bit more of a pink shade, not quite as white. This one actually would work really well as a nude because it is a little bit more of a natural flesh tone, but it still does have that pink, so it's still very feminine, very elegant. Pink Daiquiri, this is one of the ones that I like a lot. I love them all, but sometimes I have favorites, and I'm not even a pink girly, but I just feel like the pearlescence and this pink shade in particular go really well together. Very elegant, very ballet core. Blue Curacao. This one is the cream of the blues. You may have noticed a trend here. All of these polishes are cocktail named, and at the time of recording this, I haven't actually been given the name of the collection yet, but you'll know what it is because I'll have it by the time this posts. But guaranteed it's something to do with beverages. I missed the name of this one because I wasn't looking, but you saw it. Blueberry Spritz. Yep, so this is the pearlescent blue. It's very frosty. I am a fan of that kind of blue shade, almost periwinkle. We've got our green cream apple martini. I love a green polish. I feel like they are underrated. People underutilize greens. They're so versatile. You can use them in the spring and in the fall and for holidays. And so definitely going to be making use of this one today. And then we have our green pearlescent lime margarita, just as beautiful as all the other pearlescents. And I feel like with this one being this light green and this pearlescent shade, it doesn't lean as much plant, but more elegant jewelry in my opinion. So those are the polishes we're working with today. And we're actually going to utilize this Madame Glam blooming gel as well. I don't often include a lot of additional products, but I wanted to do something a little bit more fun for today, so we're going to do a little bit of blooming too. Alright, so these are the nails we have and we are going to be working on. So first we need to put down our bases. I'm going to use the 4, let's see, there we go, the 4 creams for our base. So for our pinky, we are going to start with the medium pink. I'm going to try and put this on super thin, and then we can just do a second coat. I noticed that for me, I struggle not making the gel that's next to the cuticle super thick, because it's like every time you pick up the brush and scoot it back there, it likes to pile it up. But it looks like I did all right on that one. Okay, and then this is the very lightest pink, the one that is almost a white. It's Try and get that back there. I think we did all right. It's not as clean of a line in the back as I would have liked, but I guess that's okay. Okay, and then let's go for the green for this one. Okay, that's pretty good. What I'm noticing in the camera is they're all a little bit light. And also, what the heck? Did this just sit over here and run off my nail? I didn't put that much, it didn't seem like. Jeez. Now we gotta clean that up. That's how you get allergies. Yeah, if you have gel run on your skin, clean that up immediately. Don't let it sit there. Now I don't trust this nail, so I'm gonna let it go upside down for a second, and then I'm gonna cure it before we actually finish painting the other ones. And do just remember, Madame Glam gels need 60 seconds. Okay, so we got that cured before it ran any further. Let's resume. We're gonna go in with the blue one now for this nail. I don't know if you can notice, but like, you kind of see near the back where it's like a thick hump. I don't know how to not do that. I don't like that happens, but it's like, it's the very back of the brush, and if I go in after to try and wipe it off, it just makes it weird. I don't know. Am I the problem? How do you make it not leave that little pile up at the back? And then we're gonna do the thumb with that very lightest pink again. I've wiped excess off of my brush twice now, just painting this nail, to hopefully help avoid with any of that excess and flooding. All right, so we got those. They're still okay. Let me go ahead and cure these. Okay, so I've got those all cured, but I am gonna go in and throw on a second coat so we can get full opacity. Okay, let me cure those too. All right, so those are our cream colors. They're very pastel, very springtime, very Easter egg, really. And they have only the slightest tacky layer. It's more like a anti-slip, but I like to go in and wipe them with alcohol anyway between steps. So let's do that. This will just ensure that we have a nice clean surface and that everything is cured well, because if there's any gummy spots, they'll sure get messed up with this wiping. So now is the fun part. We're gonna do some nail art. So what I have here, these are like transparent Post-its, and I like to use these for a paint palette because you can just peel one up, stick it to your work surface, put your little gel blobs on here, and then throw it away when you're finished. So I'm gonna use one of those. We're gonna do some of our blooming, and we're gonna continue with the creams. We're not gonna switch to the pearlescents just yet because I'm saving those for flowers, but we're only gonna use the colors that are not currently present on the nail as the base for the marbling. So let's put some of this out. Okay, so I got some of that put out. We're gonna grab our blooming gel, and we're gonna put a thin coat on the nail before we put in a little bit of that gel. Let's start with the pinky one. There's a hair in here. I would like that to come out. I think we got it. Nope, I just put it back in. Okay, there we go. No hair. I'm gonna use this ombre brush, and we're gonna scoop up a little bit of the marble that we put out, and I'm gonna just there we go. And so we're gonna have to wait for this to spread, but as it does, we're gonna want to pull it off of our edges because it is going to get kind of thick on the edges, and we don't want that. So doing this sorry if it's not that good in the camera, will help to pull those edges off so that we don't end up with too much, and it is spreading down. I'm gonna encourage this one to go more towards the edge. I don't think there was any blooming gel over here. I might have not got it close enough, but I do want this to kind of come to the side because it looks weird with a gap that's just blunt. There we go, that's not bad. They're very subtle blends, I can tell. It's not super easy to see it, but I think it's spreading pretty well. I might have even could have gone with a lot less, but I thought I only had the tiniest bit on my brush, but whatever. So I am gonna flash cure these in between nails so that it doesn't just run off while we're working on the other. So let me go ahead and throw this in for about 15 seconds. Okay, now let's jump to this middle one and put some of our blooming gel on and try and make sure we get it all the way to the edges. And then I've got a little bit of a different combo for this one. Let's try and spread it out a little bit better. All right, let's let that bloom for a moment. I don't know why the white balance is so awkward in here right now, because like these colors are hard to tell the difference on camera, but I can quite clearly see them. Let's do our little pull it off the sides technique. All right, that's looking pretty okay to me. Let me flash cure that one. Okay, and then we'll bloom this one over here as well. I'll pull off some of this extra gel. Again, it's the pile up in the back that is happening. We don't need all that. Get out of here. All right, and then so for this one, I'm gonna try and do it a bit more down here. Oh, and I think you can see a little bit better on the camera. Not amazing. These pastels are hard to look at, I think. All right, I think that's pretty decent. Let me cure all of these for a full cure. We're not doing marbling on these two nails. Let's see if you can see any of this. Not sure how much you can. Wonder if I turn that down. Is this easier to look at? I think it might be, but I'm not super sure. Let me know. I'll leave it down for now. Let's wipe these guys. Excellent. So now we're gonna go to the next step of art. We're gonna make some flowers, and we're going to use dotting tools. I've got a couple of different sizes, so we'll use the big one for the petals and the small one for the centers. Now is also the time for us to get out the pearls, so I'm gonna put a little glob of each of these out. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna do a full nail of flowers on this nail. And then I'm gonna go in with some clear acrylic and make it puffy. We're going to do some flowers on this, kind of like a bit of a gradient, more dense at the bottom, maybe a couple little bits at the top. We're gonna do a French attempt-ish for flowers on this one. Now, as far as what we're gonna do with this one and this one for flowers, I have not entirely decided, so we will circle back to those. I think we'll start with this one, since it's a bit different than its friends. I'm gonna start at the top and then just work my way down. That way I'm filling in the spaces as I go and I'm not having to squeeze things in. Okay, so we're gonna start with our center dot. It's the same, like similar shade, but it's the pearly one. And then for these petals, we'll go in and do some pink. Might have to re-dip your dotting tool from time to time because your dots get a little bit thin, but that's all right. So there's one. And then I'm gonna take that same pink and we're gonna make that the center of this next flower we're gonna do. And then we'll just use some blue for the petals on this one. No particular reason, I just felt like it. I wonder if I can fit two in there, I doubt it. There we go. Cute. And then now we'll go in with the blue for the center of one over here. And we'll make our petals for this one out of the green. Yes, that's looking nice. Let's do a green centered one. And then we'll go back with that light pink to do us some petals for this one. Try and squeeze this a little petal in over here. Cute. And then I'll just fill out the rest of this with a couple of the combinations, and then we'll move to the next step. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got it completely covered, and I put in a few little extra dots where there were a bit of a gap, and those are like leaves. They're blowing away. So we're gonna bring this over here. I'm gonna hold my finger over it, and then we'll use this spoon to just pour acrylic on. And we gotta let it sit a little bit. That way it has time to absorb it, and then we can put some more on. So let's do that. I think I'm getting some of it outside of the container. That's unfortunate. Let's just dabble a little bit on here. All right, what do you think? Let's go ahead and stick that in the lamp for 60 seconds so we can get that nice and cured up. All right, that's come out. Let's take a fluffy brush and just dust off our excess acrylic. What are we thinking? What the heck? I done dripped some over here. That's not good. I wonder if I can buff it off. Okay, yeah, I think we were able to get that off without ruining the marble. Luckily, it kind of blends in. Yeah, we got this one good. It feels textured, but that's cool. So now we're gonna go in and put a few flowers on here, rising up. I'm gonna do all the centers, the pearly, and then use the colors for the petals. So our battery died, but I went ahead and finished up this nail. So we're gonna go in and do this one, and again, we're gonna try and do a bit of a like little Frenchy design. Let me actually just start on this side, I think. Sorry that wasn't super in the camera, but we tried. So here's what we got. I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. Okay, so here's what we've got. Here's the thumb. What do you think? Think we're good? I kind of do. I think I'm gonna leave these other two as they are. We're gonna need to top coat those, and that one, not this one though, because it's, you know, got that puffy. Probably should have put top coat on first, but it's fine. I am running a little bit low on Madame Glam top coat, so I'm gonna use this other one that I already have at my desk here for today, but that's totally fine. Very shiny. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give this a little 60-second cure. Okay, we've got everything cured in. Let's have a little look-see. I think it's cute. Yeah. Let's throw some cuticle oil on. My fingers is crusty. I am going to also get you some photos as per the usual. I'll stick those in here so that you can see what those look like, and hopefully you'll be able to get a better idea of what these colors are looking like IRL, because they do seem to be a bit washed out on camera, and I think it's just because they're so pale, and that they are very, very, very light, and the pearlescent itself is kind of a subtle finish, so it's probably easier to look at, you know, in better lighting with natural eyes. But let me know what you think of these nails, what kind of nail design you would suggest for colors like this. If you haven't tried Madame Glam polishes, definitely do so. They're very opaque, and so you don't always even need 2 coats, and you're able to use them for nail art as well, so that's really nice. There is a link in the description as well as a discount code If you would like to sign up for their subscription service instead, that's also a really great option. The monthly fee that you pay to be a part of that just goes into your wallet, so you get to spend it, so you're not actually just throwing the money away towards the fee. You get that money back. So that's pretty cool. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did make it to the end, leave me a little flower emoji, and definitely make sure that you are subscribed so you're not missing the content. If you would like to join my channel membership to get some exclusive perks, I would definitely love to have you and appreciate your support. Make sure you're following my socials so you're not missing what I post over there. Not everything makes it over here. And if you like this video, hit the like button. The algorithm thanks you, and so do I. But that's really it. Thank you again. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.